What it is, it's C3, this Neighborhood Watch presents, and this is for the record. And we got the word, what it is, man, Da Vinci. We about to break it down and really talk about the science and how you got into the game. I really just want to know, how did this start for you? You know what I mean? How did this game, take a hold of your soul for a second? You know what I mean? How did it begin?
Man, my father's been in the music industry for 60 years. So music has always been
Word.
a part of my life, basically. But I think what really got me into DJing is that I got tired of dancing. And I said, you know what? I want to try that, because I used to watch.
Make a move.
Yeah, I used to watch DJs and how the crowd reacted to the DJ. And I said, I think I can do that. And I think I was 12, 13 years old when I started.
So you just wanted to get the crowd hyped, huh?
That's what it was. I was influenced, just basically by, seeing how the DJ commanded the crowd. Not control, but commanded the crowd.
That's right.
And I said, I want to do that. And been doing it ever since.
Awesome.
So what city you from? What city,
Man.
created the foreground for word?
That's a loaded question.
Loaded.
I live in the city of San Bernardino, but I think what really crafted me, the San Fernando Valley, specifically Sun Valley, original Greater 818er, and I think that's what actually really molded DJ Word today.
Yeah. So today, who is your inspirations? Young and old, DJ wise, because that's what's not talked about in hip hop. We celebrate a lot of the older DJs, but today we got people like DJ Khaled and motherfuckers like that, and it's a different perception on what's going on. How do you feel about today's temperature?
Of course, salute, like the Khaleds and whatnot. And a lot of people don't know, but DJ Khaled actually really is a DJ.
Well, I would hope so.
Well, because there's a lot of people who say DJ so-and-so that don't really DJ.
Mm-hmm.
But for me, of course, the vets, I grew up idolizing like DJs like, I can go on, of course, Grand Wizard Theodore, Grandmaster Flash, the OGs, the Cool Hercs and whatnot. Mixmaster Ice from UTFO, of course, Jazzy Jeff, DJ Cash Money, DJ Premier, Pete Rock. Those are like my idols. Those are the DJs that I wanted to be like when I first started. Then we moved into like the crews, like, the Executioners and the Scratch Pickles and the Beat Junkies or what have you. Just took it over the top.
Yeah.
A whole nother level.
Man, like DJ Revolution, incredible. So that's kind of what I tried to mold myself after. Then, of course, just try to put my own DJ Word flair on that. And no disrespect to any of today's DJs, but just the culture of DJing has shifted so much. Because back in the day, it was really all about the DJ. If you listen to a lot of the music, the hip hop, like from the late 70s and 80s or whatnot, the majority of that music was based around the DJ.
Yeah.
It was the MC creatively introducing or talking about their DJ.
Yeah.
So as you see now, a lot of groups, a lot of artists that come out, they don't have DJs.
No, you're right. When do you think everything shifted and changed in hip hop?
It started, in my opinion, I would say it started in the mid 80s, because that was the thing. If you went to a party, prior to, it was how creative was the MC at introducing the DJ. Like each DJ had their own MC to say, okay, man, I need you to really hype me up. I really need you to, come with it.
Isn't that interesting how it did like a role reversal?
It totally flipped.
Yeah.
Because it went from, okay, I come to see the DJ. All right, well, I come to listen to how this MC introduces the DJ. How the MC introduces the DJ. How the MC, DJ's gone.
Yep.
So
Yep, that's for sure in today's game. So if you were to say through your resume, what would be one of the biggest things that you would be proud of throughout your career that you've done? You could just be like, yeah, like.
Remember that one time I did this?
Oh man, I would say going overseas to London to compete in the DMC Team Championship. That was real big. And that was one of the highlights. I've rocked plenty of stages or whatnot, clubs, you name it. I pretty much done it. I thank God DJing is actually, taking me throughout the continental United States, over to London and whatnot. But I think for me, the one thing that actually really just says, okay, I'm good. I've been an influence on a couple of DJs, and to say,
Not
okay,
just DJs.
they say, okay, this person is doing this thing because of something I might have done or I might have said. That's what really gets me. That
to
I claim
inspire,
that.
to inspire.
Yeah, absolutely.
How many have your kids or any taken to the hip hop scene
Yeah.
or maybe even another scene?
Like, is it hard to balance, like, being an artist, being a DJ, being a dad, life?
First of all, shout out to my wife. She's my backbone. I couldn't do the things that I do, without her by my side. I got 2 wonderful kids, 2 teenagers, and my son is actually, he's stepping up in the game. Not as a DJ, but he's making beats now. So that's great. I take him, the gigs that I can take him to, to introduce him to the culture, and I'm pretty proud of that.
Yeah, yeah. It's great to have a father who actually, who represents what and understands, what hip hop is, because it's a lot of people that, they come in, they find this their self. And you can introduce it to them, but the right way.
Yeah.
And that's my thing, I don't want to tell him how to do it, but, I want to basically guide him, so he can avoid some of the pitfalls that I've gone through in the game. But at the same time, I want him to have his own voice, his own sound, to make his stand. I don't want his claim to fame to be he's my son.
Right.
I want his claim to fame to be
his own individual legacy.
He makes fire beats.
Yep.
You know what I mean? And that's what it is.
Speaking of fire beats, you got a set that you're gonna perform for us?
Yes, I am. I'm gonna do my thing a little bit, and hopefully you guys like it. You know what I'm saying?
Isn't it Elements? It's Elements by
a couple
Professor Low, right?
Yeah, a couple of tracks I'm gonna play. One track is Elements by my man Professor Low. We actually just finished his project, and that's coming out next couple weeks. Another track on there is Grandma's Porch by Grandma's Porch, my man Valencia Stacks and my man Aaron Swift. And, we'll sprinkle a couple other tracks up in there too.
You already know what it is. This Neighborhood Watch presents For the Record, brought to you by Ill Remedy Studio. Let's get it.
Hey, yo, y'all can't stand right here. In his right hand was your man's worst nightmare. Loud enough to burst his right eardrum close range. The game is not only dangerous, but it's most strange. I sell rhymes like dimes. The one who mostly keep cash but brag about the broker time. Joker rhymes like the issue just happy to see me trick. Classical slapstick, rappers need chapstick. A lot of them sound like they're in a talent show, so I give them something to remember like the Alamo. Tally ho, a hot joker like Space Game. Came back from 5 years lane and stayed the same. Electromagnetic feeling blocks all logic, Spock and G-Shocks a biological clock. When I hit it, slid into the shit, I thought I killed a goose. The power use was pure brittle water, filter water.
Straight up and down, yeah. Come on, yeah. Yeah, I ain't playing, man. Straight up and down, yeah. Yeah, I ain't playing, man. Yeah, I ain't playing, man. Yeah, I ain't playing. Yeah, I ain't playing, man. Yeah, I ain't playing, man. Straight up and down, yeah. Come on, yeah. You recording?
I hope so.
Hey yo, Arts and Entertainment is the Hey yo, Arts and Entertainment is the acronym. Hey yo, Arts and Entertainment is the acronym for the. Hey yo, Arts and Entertainment is the acronym for these two amazing American Africans. This is adverb aerobics like we at the gym. Alternating on these verses, I go after him. Yeah.
Ghetto, earn everything far from easily. Equal to ace, so we split the pie up evenly. I stay fly like Amelia Earhart. Eclipse any MC within an earshot.
Hey yo, I got an alter ego named Ace Avenger. His agenda's to annihilate and trust he know how to adapt. He's able to adjust his esophagus and swallow it.
Yo, my efficiency is effortless. I'm ego tripping, evil spitting. Check the effectiveness. Edo's era was 86, no escape. I'm the epitome of everything. Eject your
Look what
tape.
they do, is what we do. You know what it is and you know what I mean. And you can if you want to be a part of my team. See, we got what you want, what you needed was this. If you still want to know what the difference is. Look what they do, is what we do. Look what they do, is what we do. Look what they did, 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 what they did.
Compelling evidence within your residence for further development, and I'ma give it to you with the DVDs on the. Compelling evidence within your residence for further development, and I'ma give it to you with the DVDs. Compelling evidence within your residence for further development, and I'ma give it to you with the DVDs on the elements. And hey, come on, when you walk this way, it's okay to lose all. Compelling evidence within your residence for further development, and I'ma give it to you with the elements. And hey, come on, when you walk this way.
Like Blanca in a street fight, electrifying. Beast like Blanca in a street fight, electrifying. Beast like Blanca in a street fight, electrifying. So shocking like Reagan, I'ma take flight. The day that watch him all bite. I gotta raise the bar to new heights and captivate them all when I shine bright. My heart in this because I love the art in this. That you don't want no part of this. Y'all niggas sport to get you. I'm so dominant. Better use your common sense. My presence brings an ambience, and I make it started with harder hits, funky like Parliament. Manifested in my destiny. Giving you all the best of me. This shit be cooking us really the illest recipe. It's quite simple. These elementals penetrate to the tempo, making all y'all lean back just like Joe in limbo. Watch them snap off like Thanos. Look it out just like a piano, but then you can handle them all the way like candles. Ricochet, I'm bouncing off the walls. Booty calls, cause most of these whack MCs sound like MCs.
Hello, hi, I'm back again. Full squad and I'm pooping on them, no laxatives. Just a Jew from the slums, but no village. 97 like I'm. Hello, hi. I'm back again, full squad and I'm pooping on them, no laxatives. Just a Jew from the slums, but no village. 97 like I'm on my grandma's porch again. Hi, I'm back again, full squad and I'm pooping on them, no laxatives. Just a Jew from the slums, but no village. 97 like I'm on my grandma's again. Boom boxing and I'm killing them, but with the pen. Rest in peace, nah, you'll always be deep within. Hey yo, Stacks, I'm about to rip them the confetti bits. I'm overlapping these drivers like Mario Andretti did. Only difference is I'm still raw with the sentences. MK combat fatality when I finish them. But long Ave watching Crips get they fitness in. Hip Hop 101, don't respect to get the fitness in. Donut truck coming, hey yo granny, I need 50 cents. Used to look out for little cousin when he visited. Reflection internal with my radio and Mr. B. Now B.I.G. Ronald I, B.I.G. Ronald I, B.I.G. Ronald I, B.I.G. Ronald I, B.I.G. Ronald
what it is. It's C3 Neighborhood Watch presents. This is for the record. All right, that was a dope ass set, bro. That's what I'm talking about, man.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
What was your mind when you went for this song selection? You know what I mean?
I mean, for this, basically, just to the time constraint, I just want to throw something in there, just to kind of flex the skill. But for me, as a DJ, what I like to do, I like to take you on a journey. Because if you ask me to let me do what I do, I am a 90s or late 80s, early 2000 boom bap dude. And when I play, I don't play to your ear. I like to play to your soul. When I play songs, I like to make you, reminisce and think about, man, I was doing this when that song came out, or I remember when that, I played that on the mixtape that I made for such and such, or
that's dope.
You know what I'm saying?
That's a conscious thought.
Or
of
I
yours.
played that. That was what I played on my voicemail intro. I might be dating myself right there.
I did that shit.
You know what I'm saying? So that's what goes into my song selection. Like I said, I don't play to your ear. I like to play to your soul and take you on a journey with me.
Yeah, that's real music. The best music does that. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And like you said, the DJ is kind of the foreground of hip hop, and y'all started it off for the MC to kind of, pick it up and
there
keep
it
going.
is.
All
you MCs out there.
No, that's real.
It was about us first.
Yeah, for real.
And it's coming back.
That's right.
So going forward, how do you keep these different elements going in at your your shows that you do? You know what I mean, and connecting with these different artists.
It's at the end of the day, I believe the DJ is the backbone, because not only that, but the DJ, we play different, or we wear many different hats. We provide the sound equipment. We basically run the show. We provide the medium in which the artists are able to perform. So we are the backbone, but at the same time, we actually fall back because we understand our role is to push music forward, be it whatever genre. Our job is to introduce new music and to keep the old music alive. And sometimes as DJs, we actually have to fall back and let the artist shine in order for that to happen. I think it goes hand in hand, artist and DJ.
Right, right.
Be it radio DJ, be it video DJ, podcast, whatever. We drive the culture.
If you had to come up with attributes for let's say a perfect DJ, what would you say? What would you say those attributes would be?
Wow. Man, that's a good question. I would say for a perfect DJ.
Yeah, you're perfect DJ. Like, tell it.
Like, build a DJ.
Yes,
build a DJ. Go ahead, build a DJ.
Because
Like,
we manifest up in here.
Right.
So, like, build the DJ.
Build the DJ. I think he would have to be well versed in all genres of music. I think that the DJ would have to listen. And be able to read the crowd, read the circumstance, and adjust accordingly. And switch things up on the fly. A lot of DJs come with, already pre-made sets, but sometimes that set don't work. Just real quick, if I can, I was at a gig last night, and then the guys are like, "Yo, I want you to play hip hop," but it was an all EDM crowd. So I'm like, okay, wait, I gotta flip it. But by the end of the night, DJ Word had them going. That's right. So, it's just one of those things, like I said, I'm a 90s boom bap DJ, but I don't stay in that box. Like I said, you ask me to do what I do, that's what I do. But I have to play to the crowd, and I have to make sure that the crowd is happy.
Yeah.
At the end of the night, that's my job.
Yeah.
To make sure that when it's over, the crowd is like, yo,
that DJ
the DJ did his thing, what I'm saying? Especially, if it's a club or a bar or whatnot, because we want them to come back, because That's how we get paid.
That's how you get paid.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But it's not just about the money, but, you know, it is what it is.
Yes.
Yeah, but after you, and that's the one thing. Like, look, as you start getting older, and you know, and you like, damn, like this is professional. I'm doing this for a living. You know what I mean? Everything kind of changes. And back then, it was kind of different. You know, because you know you have to get this money together to get a demo. And today, you could just record that music off your phone.
Yeah, I mean, you know, I love technology. I support technology, and you know, it's true, man. You know, you could do a mix or whatnot, record it on your phone, upload it to SoundCloud or your YouTube or whatnot, and it's great. You know, but at the same time, even though we all have access to it, you know, just because you can doesn't mean you should. And I don't want to use the term whack or anything, but you know, there's a lot of people that's actually doing it, and it's like, perhaps you might want to consider doing something else. I certainly hope no one feels that way about me, but you know, it is what it is. But you know, as far as the technology is great. And then, you know, if that's what you're going to do, do it, you know, but at the same time, you also have to be held accountable for what you do.
Right.
You know, like today is a lot of what I call cookie cutter artists, you know, who sound the same. And if that's what you do, you're going to ride that wave, do it. But when someone questions you or asks you about it, you know, you got to be prepared to answer that and answer for that.
See, and one thing, and you know, it's a fine line between you know, copying. We were just talking about that earlier, but what is your attributes of you know, of actually, you know, this is plagiarism.
Well, I mean, if you really look at it, we're all biters.
Yeah, we all take everything that we see,
right.
and then we put our own style
Exactly.
on it.
Think about it, you know, because if that was the case, there would only be one rapper. There would only be one DJ, one producer.
Right.
You know, so we all take little bits and pieces of what influences or what we like. You know, when we put that together, then you have your quote unquote own style. And it's happened. You know, a lot of people talk about the originality of the 90s or whatnot, which I love. But the same thing happened back then. You know, you had these artists rapping on these quote unquote break beats or whatnot. So you had this group of artists who sound the same. You had this group who sound the same.
Absolutely.
This group who sound the same. Look at it today. You know, you have your so-called trap artists who sound the same because they get their beats from the same producers who have the same sound packs and whatnot. So they have the same cadence and delivery, and it all sounds the same. I'm not going to hate on it. Do what you do. But like I said, you got to speak to that. You know, when someone questions that, it's like, why do you sound exactly like this person? You got to be prepared to answer that.
So back in the day, what was some of the main spots that you would go find new music, you know, being from the San Fernando Valley?
You know, shout out Tower Records.
All right.
Oh, man. There was a spot in Reseda called Record Trader. And me and my mans, we used to go there all the time because they had used vinyl for $1, $2. Yeah, it was a gold mine. You know, of course, you know, Fat Beats on Melrose, you know, we used to do that, you know, Amoeba Records and all of that. But one of the things, I think one of the perks from my dad being in the industry, you know, new music comes out on Tuesday, has forever. And he used to get these boxes of vinyl, you know, test presses and whatnot, all new music. They used to be at the mailbox on Friday. So I couldn't wait for Friday. It was payday. It was DJ payday for me.
Wow, I'm jealous.
Yeah, it was a good run.
Right.
It was a good run. You know, and I did record pools and all of that, but
How do you find new music now in today's market? Like, do you know, because the record stores is non-exist. Do you still go searching in record stores?
Or do you like go to shows?
Well, you know, I go to shows, and it's funny you asked that question. You know, like I said, the role of the DJ now, you know, more so now is to provide a medium in which artists to play their music when they perform. And some of my DJ buddies, we talk about this. And I got to say, you know, just real quick, shout out DJ Nympho, because we really had a good conversation. It's amazing that we play these artists' songs for their performance. But after that, they basically take their thumb drive and leave and don't leave us any of their music to play at any other time.
You're actually right.
I mean, you know, it is what it is. So for me, you know, I'm going on SoundCloud and YouTube and you know, if someone piques my interest, I'm going to go find their music. Yeah. But it's amazing because back in the day, the artists couldn't wait to get their music in the hands of the DJ.
Right.
Now it's like that doesn't happen.
Drop your jewels just for the record.
Yeah, it's like, man, I'm the DJ, but no one is giving me music to play. And then you complain when your music's not getting played, but you got the music right there in your hand, but you take it from me and leave and don't even try to politic. I don't know, you know.
So where can we see you spin? You have residencies. Give us some plugs where we can find you.
Well, shout out to Grizzly State.
Hey,
you know what I'm saying? You know, newly inducted member. Thank you very much.
Welcome.
So every last Thursday of the month in Riverside, at the MTL, they do fresh produce.
Shout out.
I'm the resident DJ there.
Riverside, yeah, I heard
you know what I'm saying? Big up Neighborhood Watch.
Hey.
You know what I'm saying? Katie Jakes on Tuesday. I love it. You know what I'm saying? I come through every now and then, do my thing. And, you know, basically, I am a mobile DJ as well. So, you know, I got the speakers and the mics and all of that. So, you
this
know,
is a lifestyle. Yeah, this ain't no game.
No, not at all. You know, so hit me up, you know what I'm saying? Book me for your gig or whatnot. I'm not cheap.
Well, of course not.
So I'll put it out there, you know, a little 100. Nah, we gotta, you know,
hell yeah.
You get what you pay for.
That's right. Well, everybody needs to keep their eye out, ear out for DJ Word. This is Neighborhood Watch Presents For the Record, brought to you by Ill Remedy Studios. I'm your host, Da Vinci, with
It's
my
C3.
co-host, C3, the homie. And we got DJ Word up in here.
DJ Word.
Man, thank you.
No problem. Thank you guys.
Blessed.